Good morning. Couldn't talk to the camera before my first sip of coffee. I will be taking you guys on a little day in my life vlog. My morning, as usual, starts with me making my bed, brushing my teeth, washing my face, drinking a ton of water, which I didn't show any of that to you guys. I have my coffee to go, and lately I've been really enjoying just a nice walk to Washington Square Park. I feel like I've gotten a really great sense of the character of different neighborhoods in New York because of these morning walks that I've been going on lately, and I've been really enjoying them. Hey guys, so I just got back from my walk. It's about 10:01 a.m. As you can see, I have a pimple patch on my head because literally, does anything matter in quarantine anymore? I was wearing a hat earlier so you couldn't see it. But anyway, I'm just gonna prepare for my 11 a.m. team meeting for work. My workstation is behind me. I'm gonna check emails, do some computer work, and after that we'll have breakfast. And when I say after that we'll have breakfast, I mean that very loosely. I usually don't eat until around noon or 1. What else am I going to do today? I bought this dress. H&M is having a super sale this past weekend, and everything was so discounted. I got like 7 or 8 pieces of clothing for $60. So anyway, this dress is really cute on, but it's an extra large, and I have to do some adjusting with the straps and maybe take in the sides a little. So I'll see what I can do. Oh my gosh, did I already mention that the air outside is super cold, which is crazy because yesterday it was so hot. I literally had to turn around on my run and walk half of the way back because I could not breathe. I was shocked when I walked outside for the walk because I was expecting a lot more heat coming my way, and I was a little bit chilly. So, I mean, it felt nice, but when I walked back into my apartment, it was sweltering hot. So, the window's open, fresh air is coming through. Oh, and by the way, I actually got a brand new table for my outdoor patio. I mean, and when I say outdoor patio, I mean fire escape. So we will definitely have a little happy hour outside later.
Yep.
Anyway,
Last 2 days.
yeah, fun. Okay.
I'm good. I have a new update for the performance videos. Come back and I'll send that out to you guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Are you getting a dog?
I'm looking. I filled out all the forms. It's a pain.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I sent 2 requests for 2 dogs, but I haven't heard back. So might just steal one.
Just find one off the street, it's fine. So I just got off the call with my work team. Literally scrolling through Instagram. And I put up a question sticker on my Instagram stories. and y'all are asking me some pretty fun questions, which I will answer later today. I'm gonna have a little happy hour on my fire escape with my new table, I've decided, and I will be answering all of these questions. None of them are that juicy, which is surprising. I mean, it's not surprising. Nobody asks me anything that scandalous, probably because everyone knows my life already. I'm gonna put some makeup on my face and take this pimple patch off for that. But I'm thinking maybe around 5 p.m. 5 p.m. happy hour on my fire escape. We're doing a Q&A from the stories that I get, from the questions that I get on my stories. I hope you guys like this style of just me taking you through my day, because at this moment, this is the only type of video I am interested in creating. And sometimes I just have to be true to myself and what I want to do, because if I am not doing something I'm super excited about, I will burn out and I will want to quit. And I have done that many times in my life. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, because these are the types of videos that are going to be going up on my channel for a while. So right now I just uploaded all of the footage that I shot this morning on my walk, and I'm going to start editing so that I'm as efficient with my time as possible. I have all my files here on Premiere Pro, which is the program that I use to edit my videos, and I'm just going to start cutting them down. I also wanted to take some time and kind of just give you guys an update on my life. If you guys have been following me since the start of quarantine, I've been uploading pretty consistently. 2 videos a week, 1 video a week, and I've gone radio silent the last couple of weeks just because I felt so unmotivated, and I want to give permission to myself and to anybody who's feeling like they're in a slump that it's okay if you told yourself you would do something and you're literally clawing your way to find motivation to do it, because that's how I felt for the last couple of weeks, and today I just felt like vlogging, so I'm going to vlog. For a while I was putting a lot of pressure on myself just because I was seeing some exciting results, like I was getting reached out to by brands, and I thought, oh, if I just keep consistently putting out content, more and more brands are going to reach out to me. And I'm sure that is true, but at what cost? My mental health? I don't know. I was feeling the YouTube burnout, the YouTube fatigue, whatever you want to call it. I was feeling it, and so I just needed to take some time, fall off the YouTube radar for a couple of weeks, and now I'm back. And I urge you, if you are feeling the same way, to give yourself some grace. Have some grace with your time, with your mental health, because it'll catch up, and it's not the healthiest to force yourself to do things that you don't want to do. Be easy on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And you'll come back recharged and ready to do a fun project on whatever you were slacking on. So yeah, there's my 2 cents. I'm going to continue editing this footage. So I'm trying, this is really sad. I am trying to figure out what I'm going to have for breakfast, and this is what I'm working with. I have a little bit of cheese and a very empty fridge. Like, this is so sad. I have 1 lime. Okay, but I'm gonna probably just eat the rest of this Greek yogurt. There isn't much in here. I need to go grocery shopping. I'm actually being forced into grocery shopping at Trader Joe's tonight. I mean, I say that lovingly. I really need to get groceries. This is sad. I'm living like a college student. No judgment to college students, but I'm 30 years old, guys. I have no business living like this. Okay, so let's make some breakfast. And here we go. A nice little protein-packed yogurt parfait. And of course, I just used the plastic container because I do not need dishes in my life right now. So if you live alone and you have fresh fruit and you can't eat like an entire bag of cherries, I highly suggest pitting them, cutting them in half, and freezing them. Same goes with grapes. They are delightful in bowls like this. You can put them in your smoothies. It's just all around a good time, and they taste better, in my opinion, than the bagged cherries that you would get in the frozen section of your grocery store.
We all city over here, you know? You don't know these streets like we do.
Well, is there anything else for us to touch base on? If not, then everybody enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone. Thanks.
Bye.
All right, just finished my last meeting of the day, and I am gonna start making the margaritas that I'm gonna drink on my fire escape as I answer the questions you guys have sent in. So let's go get the alcohol prepared. All right, you saw my fridge earlier. I don't have a lot. I have a very old lime and some frozen lemons. I'm gonna make some magic right now with my blender. Seriously, I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna wing it. Very sour. Didn't put more of this juice in. Just basically just sugar. shouldn't serve that to guests. But it's not good enough for me. The seeds, I think, from the lemon gave it a bit of a bitter taste. So that's what's giving me that sour look on my face. But I'm gonna make a marg and we'll just get out there and get after it. I mean, it's not like I need to drink for these questions because they're not that quacy, but you know, sometimes I am a bit more entertaining with a little liquor in me. All right, so doing this TikTok style. Got my drink, got my mic, because it is loud AF on my fire escape, and it's probably going to be a problem, but hopefully this mic helps. I'll just have to cut out every time a train comes rolling around. I got my other phone to help me with the questions that you guys asked. All right, so the first question comes from Kim Duism, who I know and love. She asks, how is your skin so bomb? Well, Kim, as this train is passing, my skin is actually not so bomb. Breaking out a little bit. Honestly, I think it's a combination of doing too much and getting off of birth control. Honestly, it's been a very dry quarantine, and I felt the need to kind of give my body a break of the artificial hormones that I was putting into it in the form of birth control. So I just stopped cold turkey, and for like maybe 2 weeks, my skin was fantastic. And now, as my hormones are balancing themselves out, I'm feeling the effects. So hopefully that goes away soon. But honestly, I've scaled back my 11-step skincare routine to kind of just be super simple. I double cleanse, I apply a toner, I apply a serum, and then I moisturize. That's all I do now. Next question comes from Food Dude NY. Where are the leopard shorts? Well, as you guys know, or maybe you don't, I have this obsession with my leopard print biker shorts. I wear them every single week. They're one of the best purchases I made during quarantine. So they are currently dirty in my laundry because I've worn them. Next question comes from Larns. How do you take care of your mental health, and how do you stay positive in life? Also, do you journal every day? Okay, so I've actually had to deal with a lot of... I mentioned this earlier, but I've been a lot gentler with myself than I have in the past, and that's because I think everything that's been happening in the world has affected all of us differently. And at first, I was feeling really grateful to still have a job, to still have my apartment, and I didn't feel like it would be fair of me to complain about being locked in my apartment because I was safe and I was healthy and I still had a job. But then I realized, I was experiencing I don't think it was depression, but I think it may have been just, I think it may have just been me becoming a recluse. So I think that in turn I actually just started to become more distant from people. I wanted to be in my own space. I didn't want to talk to anybody. The best way I can answer this is feel your feelings. If you feel like being social, be social. If you don't and you want to stay in a hole, stay in a hole. Don't beat yourself up for having emotions and feeling things. Let me wait for this train to pass. Also, that yogurt that I had at noon is the only thing that I've had. I'm still not even really hungry, but that might mean that I'm gonna get a little drunk. Anyway, as I was saying, don't beat yourself up for having feelings. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're excited or depressed, allow yourself to feel things. It's okay. You don't have to... Oh, shit. A fucking fly just flew into my apartment. Great. Don't beat yourself up for having emotions, is all I can say. Having a positive outlook on life is different from being positive. So, look, guys, I have shitty days. There are days when I really don't want to get out of bed and I just feel like being a blob. And I usually end up feeling like shit, and I know I will, and sometimes that's all I need for that day. But then, and for the most part, I'm generally a pretty positive person. I'm generally very bubbly. I like to focus on things that I can control, which is usually my reactions. I can't control my emotions. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to be positive all the time. I mean, it's not great to be doom and gloom, but focus on small accomplishments that you can do every day. Making your bed, going outside for 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes, getting yourself your favorite ice cream, or making yourself a cocktail. If it's 9 a.m. and you're drinking a margarita, I wouldn't make a habit of it, but if you have nothing to do, fucking do it. And the last question that Lawrence asked was, do I journal every day? And no, I'll say that straight out, no. But at the beginning of quarantine, I was scripting, I was journaling, and I was meditating every single day. And I think that helped me, but I also think I got a little burned out from it. So sometimes I'll wake up with weird thoughts in my head, probably from dreams that I had, and I'll feel the need to kind of jot down those feelings or what I'm thinking. Bottom line is, I think that you should, if there's a thought in your mind that keeps wiggling its way into your conscious thoughts, that means that it's a subconscious thought that you should probably work on. So basically what I'm trying to say is journal when you have things lingering in your mind, and that way you can kind of look back on those journal entries, think of where you were at that moment of writing, and then think of, sometimes you'll have a lot more clarity if you just wait a bit and you can answer your own questions. So no, I don't journal every day, but I journal when I feel like I need to. D6861 asks, how old am I? I am 30 years old and 11 months. I'm turning 31 in September. Smesh Time asks, advice on saving your money. How to be smart with money. Well, Smesh Time, I live in Manhattan. I'm not the best person to solicit any money or financial advice. My best piece of advice is to track your spending. I use a Google spreadsheet not very well, and to invest in a Roth IRA. Look, I treat myself real good, okay? Had a bad day? Go shopping. Want to go out with friends? Go out with friends. At the same time, I'm still trying to invest in my future and my retirement so that when I'm 65, I will have money to, live. Ooh, this is a fun question. Christina Choi. Christina asks, what was your core power teacher training experience like? Well, for those of you who don't know, I am a 200-hour certified yoga teacher. I did the 200-hour power yoga training from Core Power, and it was one of the best experiences I think I could have ever invested in for myself. I learned a lot about the background of yoga. I learned a lot about anatomy and all of the postures that go into a Core Power C1 class specifically. It really helped me to find my voice. I am more aware of the filler words that I say. Train. The teacher training is a very strong program, and if you're curious, I have personally advised a couple of my friends to do the program since they were curious. One of them, my friend Lily, she's like a sculpt teacher, and she teaches regularly now, and like amazing and so cool. You learn so much about your own body. You learn a lot about why you do certain postures in the order that you do them. And really, it deepened my practice, but it also helped me find a deeper connection to why I love yoga so much. And I'm a big yogi. Highly recommend. It's pricey, but it's an investment in your body, in your mind, in yourself, and you can teach yoga. So for a little bit after I finished the program, I was teaching like private classes to some of my coworkers, and that was fun. Carol Kim, hey Carol, asks, what are some faves about New York City? What do you miss about LA? Also, you're cute. Thank you, Carol. Some of my favorite things about New York are gonna be the typical answers that everyone says, but number one, the walkability. You can get anywhere in New York in under 45 minutes. Number two, even amidst all of this COVID stuff, there is still something about this city that is just electric. There is an energy that you feel when you step out onto the street. Number three, they say New Yorkers have this New York tough mentality, and I heard a lot about it after 9/11 happened. But, you know, since I've been quarantining here through all of COVID, so I feel like I can speak to how the city has handled the pandemic. And New York tough is not just a state of mind, you can feel it in the people who populate the city. And that's something that I'm really excited to be a part of. I feel like New York is the toughest city to live in, but the most rewarding. So one of my friends, Gigi, who I met in LA, told me that in LA, people stab you in the back. In New York, people stab you in the front. And I think that is so accurate about just how New York is. People are blunt, but people care so much. Like, there's this video of somebody trying to like transport, I think it's like a fridge or something, and I don't know, they can't quite get it onto the subway themselves, and without a word, people from the subway are helping this man just carry and push a refrigerator or something large, maybe it was a couch, into the subway, and they all get it done together, and then after it's done, they all go about their separate ways. And I think that is, I don't know, you won't find that anywhere else. People are tough, but people care, and that's what New York tough is. And I'm seriously so grateful that I've gotten to experience it firsthand. Julia 287, hi Julia, asks, favorite biker shorts? Hands down, the airy leopard print biker shorts that I was referencing earlier. I also have the Free People shorts that I'm wearing. This is a set. Really love those, but overall, my favorite biker shorts have been from Aerie, so go check out their styles. Marina Webb asks, worst and best part about living in New York City? Worst part, the weather. When it's good, but for the most part, it's not good. So the weather kind of sucks in New York, but if you can get past that, you'll be fine. The best part about living in New York City is probably the experience of actually just living here. This is the first time I've been truly independent, where I haven't had a roommate. I haven't had family with me, like the closest family. I guess I have some family in Brooklyn, but you know, they're kind of distant relatives that I've seen once. This is the first time that I've lived away from the people that I care about the most, and this is me making it. So I think that no matter where I end up, New York is going to have a really special place in my heart. Marina Webb also asks, do you ever worry about being a single female alone in a big city? For the most part, no. But I will caveat that by saying you always have to be aware, no matter where you are in a city. I would be super cautious in LA, living in a city. But, you know, I've had a couple of weird encounters. I'll tell the story. One time when it was last 4th of July, I went out with some friends and I luckily started doing keto and I wasn't drinking that night. So it was late. I decided to leave the club early. I took a train back from the club, and when I got off at my stop, I realized that I should also preface this by saying it was 4th of July weekend, so the city was cleared out. So people were in the Hamptons, people were out of town, and it was pretty empty. So I realized when I got off at my stop, there was a man who was following me, and I could hear his footsteps behind me. I didn't have headphones on. I was just trying to get home. It was probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and the man, like, I looked at him. He looked pretty clean cut. He had a bald head. He had tattoos, and when we made eye contact, there was just something in my gut that didn't feel right. So I looked ahead and I started picking up my pace, and I heard him say, "When we get out of here, I'm gonna fucking kill you." And I was like, I looked back and I was like, what the fuck? I made it out, and I was like so distressed and nervous that I kind of got myself lost coming out of the train. I would cross the street, he would cross the street. I crossed back, he crossed back. I made a quick turn, he would make that quick turn. He was probably maybe 20 feet away from me when I finally turned around, and I was like, "Please stop following me, you're freaking me out." When I said that, he like stopped and he stared at me, and so then I started booking it. And so then this guy that was sitting on a stoop, he didn't look shady or anything. He was just sitting there like with a couple of other people. He could see that I was kind of in distress, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, that guy in the white shirt is following me, and he won't leave me alone. And so then the guy, he's like, "Don't worry, lady, I'll take care of it for you." So he hops on his bike and he goes to that man, he grabs him by his shirt, and I didn't even look to see what was going to happen. I just took off, and I called the police while I was in heels, so I wasn't really running, but I was like speed walking away. And I was like, I'm on the corner. One gripe about New York is that the street signs are so inconsistent. I couldn't figure out where the fuck I was. So I was trying to find a street sign, and I was telling them my location and that there was a man following me home. He said he was going to kill me. It sounds crazy to recount this story, and I hope my family doesn't listen to this because they would probably be really worried I never told them about it. But anyway, the guy on the bike comes back to find me, and he says that the police picked him up. I was still like maybe a couple blocks from home at this point. And like, oh, by the way, when he like caught up to me, he like tapped me on the shoulder, and I screamed bloody murder because I thought it was the guy who was originally following me. This was the nice man who was trying to help. Taps me on the shoulder, and I'm like, ah! And he was like, "Yeah, the police picked him up," and he told them that you punched him in the face and ran away. What the fuck? I was like, I didn't fucking touch that guy. So anyway, that was a one-off event. That's never really happened. But ever since then, I've been really, like, I don't wear my headphones or AirPods if it's late at night. I need to be super, super aware of my surroundings. And I think that taking precautions, if you're anybody in a big city, like man, woman, single, you know, if you're alone in a big city, just be smart about it. For the most part, though, I have only felt a little bit distressed a couple of times, that time being one of them. And amidst all of the riots and looting with a BLM movement, I saw a lot of peaceful protests, but I was scared for when some of them turned violent. So, and I think anybody can say the same, no matter what city they were in. Sarah, free-spirited yogi, who actually got me this set from Free People, asked, "Why are you so cute?" And to that, I say, well, my mom is part puppy. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Sarah. Love you. But yeah, that concludes all the questions that I got asked. So I'm going to finish this margarita. It's almost 5 p.m. And that's it. Thanks for everyone who asked a question. Hey guys, I am coming on here to film a quick outro because I realized I didn't do that after the Q&A that you just watched. I hope you guys liked this vlog, very spur of the moment, and y'all know I love drinking and talking to my phone. That Q&A at the end, it was a lot of fun for me. I also realized that that mini mic I was using to speak into to like drown out the train noise was really good. So now I'm trying to edit the audio so it doesn't blow your ears out when you listen to it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!